So whatever theory we discussed so far, the gist of it. See, normally what happens when we were all studying in school, this is what will be taught first. This will be taught first. The method will be taught first. But then why it is so? The real life scenario and all those things were now not addressed. So the attempt here is to make you understand why it is so that you know why certain things are like that, why negative into negative is positive kind of stuff. Okay. So now this is the final outcome what we have. So this is the graph. This is 0, origin. The right side of it is positive, na? The right side of your graph system is positive, is it not?
Yes, it is, sir.
That is how you learn, na? Right side is positive, left side is negative, right? Is it? Okay. So I have put like this. Right side both are positive, and then both this left side is negative. Okay. So now we start with operations with plus. Positive numbers. Okay. So operations with positive numbers. So positive into positive, positive divided by positive, all those things gives us a positive number as a result. Plus 2 into plus 5 is plus 10. Plus 10 divided by plus 2 is plus 5. Plus 100 divided by plus 10 is plus 10. So all plus operations will give rise to a plus event. Right? Isn't it simple?
Yes.
Yes. Now, what about this? When one number is minus, plus 5 into minus 2. So the answer becomes negative. Or plus 10 divided by minus 2. Or minus 10 divided by plus 2. If one of it is negative, then the answer becomes negative in both multiplication and division. And we explained all the reasons for this till now, why it is so and all those things we explained. Right? So I don't want to get into that, but this is the gist of it. Right? So plus plus, plus minus, minus plus. So now what is remaining?
Minus minus.
Minus minus. So minus minus, again it comes back to plus. So this is called 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant. So start with positive, then it is minus, then it is minus, then it becomes plus. So minus 10 into minus 2 is plus 20. Plus 10 into plus 2 is also plus 20. Minus 10 divided by minus 2 is plus 5. Right? The theory of minus and minus becoming plus. Whether it is multiplication, division, all same. All agree? Remember this?
Yes.
Yeah, remember this. This is going to chase you throughout your studies. Whether you go and do masters, whether you go and do PhD, wherever you do, this number basic understanding is very important. Okay. Now we move on. So someone tell me in the chat, what is minus 1 into minus 1? All, not someone, all in the chat. Advaya, minus 1 into minus 1 is 1 into 1 only. Only the symbol becomes plus. It is not 2. Okay. Right? It is not addition. Okay. Yeah. Right? So why it is? It is minus into minus. So you get a plus. Right? You understand it. Very well. What is minus 1 divided by minus 1 in the chat? It's again plus 1. Right? All of you have got it. Good. So now, what is this minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1? All in the chat, okay? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. 3 minus 1s. Okay. So all of you except Dia has got minus 1. So please understand, when you first multiply the first minus 1 and second minus 1, you get plus 1. No. Minus 1 into minus 1, you get plus 1. Then it becomes plus 1 into minus 1. Plus 1 into minus 1 is plus into minus, is minus. So you get it as minus 1. Then do this. What is minus 1 divided by, and denominator is again minus 1 into minus 1. Numerator is minus 1. Denominator is minus 1 into minus 1. So the one of you please explain. What do you get it? Alvin, how do you do this?
First, we do the brackets.
Yeah. So what do you get?
We get plus 1.
Minus 1 into minus 1, you get plus 1. Then
we divide with negative 1, and we get negative 1.
Yeah. So you divide.
Plus and minus is minus.
Very good. Perfect. So what you said is perfect. So you do this first, this minus 1 into minus 1. So that is plus 1. Then it is minus 1 divided by plus 1. You get the answer as minus 1 by 1. Then one more step, you get minus. Okay. Now do this. 4 minus 1s. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Okay. Right. Okay. Then do this. Next problem. Minus 1 on the numerator, and denominator is minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So one of you now please unmute and tell what is the simple principle we are understanding from this. If minus 1 is multiplied by 100 times, what is the answer? One of you please unmute.
Can I say?
Yeah.
So if the negative numbers are like in even, like 4 negative numbers or 2, then the answer will be positive.
Yeah.
And if the negative numbers are not even, like 1 negative number or 3, then the answer also becomes negative.
Yeah, and that is true whether you are multiplying, dividing, whatever you do. So the only thing you have to do is you have to see in that expression how many negative numbers are there. Here we did all with minus 1, but all the time it need not be 1. It could be minus cos theta. It could be minus 55. It could be any number. Okay, just when the number gets different or bigger number, don't I think better like, oh, now my concept is wrong. So concept is same in maths. Whatever works for minus 1 will work for minus 100, work for minus 1000. It will work for minus sin theta. Everything is same. Okay, so you just look at the expression and understand how many minuses are there, and if the number of minuses are even, as it was mentioned, then it is the answer is plus. If it is odd, the answer is minus. So obviously, what will be the answer in this case? Minus 1 into minus 1 on numerator, denominator 3 minus 1s, numerator 2 minus 1s, denominator 3 minus 1s. So all of you got it, because it is, you have 5 numbers here, 5 minus 1s. So you get it as answer is minus 1. Okay, done. So here are some problems for you. I will open one by one. I had given this in the website also. Some of you have done. I don't think anyone attempted this. Okay, so quickly, product of 3 minus 1s, we did it. I don't want you to write it. Product of 8 minus 1s. One person unmute and explain.
Sir, a positive one.
Product of 8 minus 1 positive 1 because 8 is an
Even number.
Even number. Okay. Product of 21 minus 1s. Another person.
Negative.
Negative minus 1. Because why it is so? Shumugut.
20 is even number.
21 is, if 20 was even number, you would have got plus. 21 is odd number.
Odd number, so it will be turned into.
It will be minus. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So what about this one? Product of 21s and 1 minus 1. Adil. Product of 21s and 1 minus 1.
Minus 1.
It will be minus 1. Because 21s, if you multiply, the answer is 1. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Correct. What about this, Anvai? Product of 20 minus 1 and 9 ones. Everyone do this and put it in the chat. Hazel, unmute and explain why it is minus 1.
Because it's 20 negative ones. So
Ah.
20 is an odd number, sorry, even number.
Ah.
So it's gonna be negative.
Oh, how it is? If it is even, it should be positive, na?
Yes, sir.
Then so 20 negative minus ones, you got positive one, right?
Yes.
Then you are multiplying 9 ones. So it used to be plus 1, na? How you got minus 1, all of you? Or is it like one person wrote minus 1, everybody went and stood behind that person in the queue? Is that what happened? Adil, how did you get minus 1? Tell me.
Because it's 20 negative numbers, it's going to be even. And then
if 20 even minus ones becomes a plus 1, na?
Yes.
And 9 ones, 9 not minus ones, 9 ones. Right? And 9 not minus ones. See, this is how you will get confused. 9 1 is 1, na? 1 into 1 into 1, 9 times is 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, all of you got it, most of you got it wrong. Okay. So this kind of confusing things will come. Don't get confused. So I want you to do this last problem. Product of 10 minus 1s divided by product of 13 minus 1s in the chat. Dia, explain why it is minus 1.
Because the numbers are odd.
Which number is odd here?
Like product of 10 divided by product of 13. Together they are like odd. Like
Together they are odd. See, that is the point, okay? Together, you see, this is 10 minus 1s are there. Here 13 minus 1s are there. So 10 plus 13 is 23. But you can do that in this case because both are minus 1s. I think you try to do this in the previous problem where there was product of 20 minus 1s and 9 1s. I think you added this 20 and 9.
Sir,
you can, yeah.
The answer is minus 1 because the product of 10 is 10 minus 1 is positive 1. And then the product of 13 minus 1 is negative 1 itself.
Yeah.
Negative with positive is?
Yeah, minus. That is correct. So the previous problem where you did the error is that you can't add those two because it was 20 minus 1 and 9 1. So there you can't add those, you will do it separately. Okay. Right. So this problem, product of 10 minus 1s divided by minus 1. Anyone person who has not attempted so far? Advaya?
Okay, sir. Product of 10 minus 1s is going to be plus 1. But then it's divided by minus 1, which is going to become a 11, which is an odd number. So it's going to turn up.
Very good. Okay. What is the answer of this one? 0 divided by minus 1, Alvin? Okay. Good. Anything you divide 0 divided by minus 1 is 0. Good. No problem. Okay. Oops. So that business is over. So we are getting into next business. Okay. So now this is a very simple problem. Very simple problem. 5 plus 3 plus 2. All of you know that. You can just add it straightforward. There's nothing complex in that. But we are taking this to explain an important principle. Okay. So 5 hard biscuits. And then you have 3 hard biscuits. Then you have 2 hard biscuits. Okay. So it doesn't matter whether you add 5 and 3 first, or 5 and 2 first, or 2 and 3 first, it doesn't matter. 3 things you are adding, right? So 3 things you can add in whichever way you want. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, right? So if you add all those things, you will straightforward get 10. 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. Straightforward. So you can do it in whichever way. Either you can first add 5 and 3, then 2, or 5 and 2, then 3, or you can add 2 plus 3, then 5, or 3 plus 5 plus 2. Doesn't make any difference.
But the answer is same.
Answer is same, right? Because it is like you have 5 rupees, somebody gives you 3 rupee, somebody gives you 2 rupee, you add whichever way you get is 10 rupee. So this is straightforward. But then all problems are not that straightforward. That's what we are coming to now. 5 plus 3 minus 2. So here what happens? You get 5 rupees. Then somebody gives you 3 rupees. But then somebody comes and takes 2 rupees from you. Yeah? Okay. So now this is, you can do in multiple ways. Like whatever we have told before. You have 5, 3 and 2. Either you can do this 3 plus 2, 3 minus 2 first. Like this 2 you are giving, you can first take the 2 from this 3. Actually speaking, you have some 5, somebody is coming and adding 3, then taking 2. But then it doesn't make a difference. First itself, if you take this 2 from this 3. So 2 if you take from 3, this is 3 minus 2, you get 1. You get the answer as 6. You can also do it like you can first add 5 plus 3, 8. And from that, you can remove this 2. And then again, you get 6.
Sir, now you're making it too much confusing. It was simple, then you made it confusing.
Yeah, why it is so, you will get to know after this. Why it is so, you will get to know after this. Why it is so. So what we are saying, you can start from whichever point. You can either start from here, 3 minus 2 you can do first, and then from with 5 you can do, or you can do 5 plus 3 first, 5 plus 3, 8 first, and then this 2 symbol is minus, you can do minus, so you get 6. You can also do like 5 minus 2 first. 5 is plus, 2 is minus. So you can first itself give the 2 from this 5. Then add the 3. So you have all these options, whichever way you do, you get 6. Do you all agree?
Yes.
All of you agree, na? There's nothing complex in that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we writing? So let us write, what are we telling? So when you write 5 plus 3 plus 2, what is the symbol of 5 here? Is it plus 5 or minus 5?
Plus.
Plus 5.
But we haven't written any plus here. Huh? Then how can you tell it is plus 5?
Can I say?
Yeah.
So basically when we write positive, we don't use that plus sign.
Exactly. So if you don't write anything, that means it is plus. Yeah. If you don't write anything, that means it is plus. It is like in the class we are sitting, we don't ask any doubt, means we have understood it. It can be different. We are not talking anything, means we haven't understood that also. But here it is like, if nothing is written, it is plus. So this can be read in 2 different ways. So this is very important. Listen carefully. This can be written, this can be read in 2 different ways. Okay. So each of you can use which one method you can understand well, and you can follow that throughout the life. There are 2 methods in which you can read. So one method is this. You can either read this like this. Plus 5. We are not writing this plus, but that plus is there. Plus 3. And from that, minus plus 2. You have 5 rupee. Somebody is giving 3 rupee to you, and somebody is taking 2 rupee from you.
Sir, it is just like positive 5 plus positive 3 plus negative 2.
You can write it that way also. You can write it that way also. Here I didn't write it as plus negative 2. Here I wrote it as minus plus 2. See, what I did here, I used this 5 is plus 5, 3 is plus 3, and 2 is plus 2, but you are subtracting it. Another way is what Pranav told just now. You can do like plus 5, plus 3, no complication. But here, instead of this negative, I use positive. But then I carry this negative with this number. So this is what we learned in the starting, you see. 5 plus minus 2 and 5 minus 2, both are the same.
We extend the symbols.
Yeah, what is 5 plus 2? 5 plus minus 2? 5 plus minus 2 is, you see the first example we have told. You have 5 rupees with you and your friend is coming and joining with you, but that person is in debt of 2 rupees. So you have 5 rupees with you and another person is joining you in your team, but that person is already under 2 rupee debt. So from your 5, you have to give 2 rupees to service that debt. So you will become 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. That is 5 plus minus 2. And what is 5 minus 2? You have 5 rupee with you. Somebody is coming and asking you, can you give me 2 rupee? You are giving 2 rupee. Both are one and the same. So whether you write it like this or like this, it is up to you. But use one method. This throughout the life, throughout the studies, this minus becomes confusing for many people when you open bracket, close bracket. We will come to that next now. Most of the time students make mistakes there. So use one of the method which is easy for you. And then follow that. Okay? Both are correct. Both way of writing is correct. Either you can use everything plus and then carry this symbol. If there is no symbol, this is plus, this is plus, this is plus. But when minus symbol is coming, carry that minus. Or you take it as subtraction, but with plus 2. Both are same. But never do minus minus. Then the meaning will change. Okay? Right. So we can write this like this, like this, like this, like this. All these are same. See, the last one you see, you brought this 2 in the first, but you don't miss this symbol, minus you have carried. So this minus is minus 2, 5 is plus 5, 3 is plus 3. You can write it in whichever way. Either you can do 3 minus 2 first, or 5 plus 3 first, 5 minus 2 first, but the symbols cannot be changed. Always carry this. See, this 2 is always minus is coming with 2. Then you don't make any mistake. Okay, so why this is important? That you will know now in this next problem. Half of you are going to make a mistake here in the next problem. I am predicting. Okay, right. Okay. If you don't make mistake, I will be very happy. I'll be very happy if you don't make a mistake. Okay. But normally in my class, I know half the students make an error here in this problem. Okay. Now you see same numbers. 8 minus 3, then minus 2. So what is the case? You have 8 rupees with you. Somebody is coming and telling, can you give me 3 rupees? You give 3 rupees. Then somebody is again coming and telling, can you give me 2 rupees? You're giving 2 rupees. Right? Agree? Is that the case?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So how do we do? You have 8, you have 3, you have 2. Multiple ways of doing it. One is you are giving that 3. You have 8, you are giving that 3. So how much you have remaining? You have 5. And then now you have to give 2. So you give that 2 also. So from 5, 2 goes and you get 3. This is straightforward method. From 8, you give first 3 and then you get 5. From that you give this 2. That's a straightforward method. Now you can also do like you can first give this 2. Instead of giving 3, you can first give this 2. Because that's also giving. So from 8, you first give 2. So you have 6 with you. And then you give 3. Then also you get 3 remaining. Right? That's also reasonably straightforward. What is not so straightforward is this one. From 8, now you want to divide something. You want to subtract something. Can you do it like 3 minus 2 first? 3 minus 2 is 1. Can you subtract 1 from 8?
Yes, you can subtract 1 from 8.
Then you will get 7, right?
Yes.
Is it 7? What is the answer you are getting here?
No.
No.
You
Why?
can say something.
So we should use the straightforward method.
Yeah, that I agree. That I agree. For this problem, you can do straightforward method. But there are many problems where you can't use that method. So that is why we are talking this.
So can I say?
Yeah, one person explain why we can't do 3 minus 2. Yeah.
We can't do 3 minus 2 because then it would be 1.
Mm.
And when we subtract 1 from 8, it would be 7. But the answer needs to be 3.
Yeah, but
So
why it is wrong? Why
Sir,
that answer is
sir,
wrong?
I think it is because this thing 8 minus 3 minus 2, 8 is the biggest number, so you should subtract the biggest number with the
No. In the previous 1 second, Malu. In the previous problem, we did the smallest numbers first. 8 plus 3 plus 2. We did 3 plus 2.
This is full subtraction. That is
No. There is no such rule. Sorry, Pranav. Yeah, Malu. Yes.
So you are having 8 chocolates, right? So from that you are giving 3 and 3, then 2.
Yeah.
So if the first product you have in your hand is 8, so we can only minus first from 8.
Can I say?
It is. See, you are also indirectly telling what Pranav is told here. 8 is the big boss, so you should only deduct from 8. But in the previous problems, we kept the 8 there and did the 3 plus 2 first. And here also you can do that, but there is a different method. Yeah, Shivamukund. Why it is a mistake when, see, in the previous case, we did this. We did 8 plus 3 minus 2. We did 3 minus 2 first. There, or 5 plus 3 minus 2. We did that. 3 minus 2 first and then deducting from the other one or adding. That time we got it right. But here when we are doing it, we are getting it wrong. 3 minus 2 if you do it is 1. From 8 if you subtract 1, you get 7. You know it is not the answer. What is the mistake we are doing?
Why is it wrong?
That's why I'm asking you. You are asking the question back to me.
It's just like subtracting, like, but in a different way and getting a different answer.
Yeah, so we shouldn't get that different answer, na? We shouldn't get that. Means there's something wrong we are doing. So if you're doing 3 minus 2, there is a mistake there. Who can find out that mistake?
So is there a way that we can make it?
We can do. There is a way. If you're intelligent, if you think, you will get that way. From 8, what if you minus? What if you subtract? You'll get the actual answer. It's a good point.
Can I say
that?
Yeah.
Minus 1.
Add
minus
2
1.
and 3. Add 2 and 3 and then again.
Add 2 and 3. Brilliant. But why are we adding? You are right. You are perfectly right. Add 2 and 3. So you get 5. Then you subtract from 8. But why are you adding?
That I also don't know.
I don't know. Malu, you are telling something. Yeah.
So basically, the 3 and 2 is something what we minus from 8.
Exactly. You see, 3 has a symbol called minus there. When you do 3 minus 2, you are forgetting that negative. 3 is not plus 3.
Oh, the symbols.
When you write 3 minus 2, you see, that's why I asked you in the previous problem, if you don't write any symbol, it is positive. So when you write 3 minus 2, 3 is positive. You are assuming 3 is positive, but here 3 is negative. It is 8 minus 3. Is it not? So from 8, you are giving 3 to somebody and you are giving 2 to somebody. So if you want to give it together, what you do? You give 5 together. Na? Instead of giving 3 once and 2 second time, you give 5 together.
Less the work.
Less the work. But that is what you have to understand, that minus symbol is there for 3 also and for 2 also. That's why in the previous one, you are asking why you are bringing all these expressions. See, this is why that is important. You can do the polynomial in whichever way, but always carry the symbol. Never miss the symbol. Yeah? Understood?
So the hardest part is when you are like there is only 5 minutes for the exam to finish and you get confused.
Yeah, that's why we are doing it here. Na? We are doing all those things here because so that this becomes like water for you. This becomes pretty simple for you. Yeah, so that you don't get confused. Right? So now do you understand? That's why I told that real life scenario. You see that real life scenario? You have 8 rupee. Somebody is taking 3 rupee from you. Then somebody is taking 2 rupee from you. So what if you are giving it together? You are giving 5 rupee together, not 1 rupee.
There is only one
And
note
give them
of
5
8.
rupees together for them to divide between themselves.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So now I will explain in one more diagram.
Sir, but why can't we subtract 3 from 2 minus 2?
You do minus 3 minus 2. It is not 3. What we have number is not 3. It is minus 3. That's what I am telling.
Why can't we subtract minus 3 from minus 2?
Yeah.
5.
It is minus 5. Your answer is correct. 8 minus 5.
But then 8 minus 5? Wait. Oh.
What you got is correct. You are right. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. You remember we did all the problems before.
Yes,
the moment you carry that symbol, minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. You got 8 minus 5. That's what I am telling only. Right? Okay. So you see, so if you look at it, you can write this. That's what I told, the 2 methods becomes important. Either you can visualize like this. 8 is plus 8. And then plus minus 3 plus minus 2. Either you can visualize like this. So from 8 and minus 3, it becomes 8 minus 3, 5. Then 1 minus 2, then 5 minus 2, 3. Or if you do it like this, minus 3 plus minus 2, minus 5, just like what Pranav told. So this is a way to visualize if you get confused. Or you can do it like this. Plus 8 minus plus 3 minus plus 2. Both are correct. Minus into plus, only this interchanged. Follow one method which doesn't confuse you. But throughout your studies, follow that. It will be easier for you. The problem what they are told, like in the exam, you have only 5 minutes, and how do you think at that time, whether it's borrowed, this thing, that thing, those confusions can be avoided. Have clarity. Okay? Okay. So now you see there are so many ways of writing this, like what we told. You can either do 8 minus 2, or you can do 8 minus 3 plus 2. You can do like this, minus 3 minus 2 plus 8. All these expressions will give you same answer, provided the symbol you are not changing. 3 is minus, 2 is minus. Wherever you want to write, you can write, but don't change the symbol. The mistake we did when we do 3 minus 2 is we change the symbol of 3 from minus to plus.
So,
yeah.
Personally, I think I'll do the simpler way. My head is
but
now.
you will have to understand this. You will have to understand this when you have to open brackets. Somebody will give you a problem like this: 8 minus 3 plus 2. And tell open the bracket. So you will have to know how to do it. So when you open the bracket of 8 minus 3 plus 2, if you write it as 8 minus 3 plus 2, you are gone. Because when you open this bracket, this minus will go to 3 also, and minus will go to 2 also, because minus into plus is minus. So that is when it will become important. So you will have to learn this. Okay? Not like writing in this many methods. This I am only telling to explain. Okay. So now you see, this is what actually is happening. You have 8 toffees or hearts. right? So if you have a problem like this, 8 minus 3 minus 2. What is the meaning of bracket? One person unmute and tell. When we put something in bracket, what does it mean?
First you do the bracket.
First you
should
do the
do
bracket.
it first.
Yeah, first do it, right? So you see, when you put it like 8 minus 3 minus 2, a very simple way is you do this bracket first. So 3 minus 2 is 1 and you deduct it from this. That is a very straightforward method. But what if we decide to open the brackets? What if you are being asked to open the bracket? Then what will happen? Let us see. What is that?
How do you do that?
Let us see. Let us see. Okay. So now you have 8 and you have 3. When you open the bracket, what should we do with this? We should add or subtract.
Can you repeat, sir?
You have 8. What are we supposed to do is 3 minus 2 in the bracket and then 8. This is our expression. 8 minus 3 minus 2. So you have an 8. You have an 3.
Subtract.
Why?
Because 8 minus 3 minus 2 equal to minus. There is coming minus, so we can subtract minus.
Yeah. So he's right. This is straightforward because this is 8 minus. So 8 minus 3 minus 2 means what? 8 minus 3 minus 2 is you have 8 chocolates with you. Okay. And somebody is trying to take 3, but then not taking 3 actually taking only 1. See, it is 8 minus 3, but then you have another player called 2 here. So what is that 2 doing? Let us come to that. So Shivamogan tell this is 8 minus 3. So that is normally straightforward. This is 8, symbol is minus 3 here, no problem. So when you do 8 minus 3, you will get 5. Now you have this 2 here. So what should we do between 5 and 2? Add or subtract?
There is another minus symbol.
There is another minus symbol. So become 5 plus 2 and 7. Right, Shivamogan?
Yes.
Anyone disagrees with him?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure.
You are not sure.
Now.
Dibu is
How
confused.
is it 5? How did
I'm
5 come there?
5 is 8 minus 3.
5 is it? Ah, yeah, or like that. Okay.
5 is 8 minus 3. We did first 5. 8 minus 3 we first did. And we opened the bracket. So we got 5. Now we have this 2. What are we supposed to do with that 2 from this?
Subtract.
Subtract, Shivamogan telling. Anyone else? Anyone disagreeing with him? Or all of you agree with him? Plus, minus, plus, minus. Divided house. Adil says plus. Mananida says minus. Dibu says subtract. Ethan says minus.
I only suggest to minus.
Okay, Alvin minus. Adil changed to minus.
Yes.
See, he based on popular opinion, he changed to minus. He started with plus. He saw the popular opinion is against him, so he changed to minus. Okay, so there is only one person who tells it is plus, that is Malu, right? And Pranav. So incidentally, they are right. So let us see why they are right. So Adil, always majority need not be right. So be firm in your stand and stick to it. Yeah, Malu, explain. What is your rationale? Or you bluffed? Everybody is telling minus. Let me put plus, you said.
No, like not like that. Look. How do you say like so basically we have 8 chocolates. And then someone took 3 chocolates from us. And then gave us 2 chocolates. Basically the question.
Exactly. Correct. You are right. You are right. Yeah. So see the point is like this. Point is like this. Now listen carefully, okay, all of you. You are going to a shop. You have 8 rupees. Okay. You are buying one item which is 3 rupee. So what will happen? From your 8 rupee, you will give 3 rupee. So you will have only 5 rupees. which is what is supposed to happen. But then that time shopkeeper is coming and telling the price is not 3, it is 3 minus 2. Which means what? Is giving a discount to you. So price is not 3, it is 3 minus 2. So what will happen to money in your hand? Will you become more rich or will you become poor because shopkeeper gives you a discount?
You will save money.
Rich.
You will save money and you will become richer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The money in your hand will increase, right? See what is happening here? This minus is coming inside the bracket from something which you are deducting from 8. So whatever is getting deducted from you, if that gets reduced, that means you are going to a shop, you are supposed to give 3 rupees, but that person is telling you, don't give me 3, give me only 1 rupee, I am giving you discount. Which means, if you would have already given 3 rupees to him, the shopkeeper will give 2 rupees back to you. Na? Visualize the scenario. Yeah.
Sir, but the reason I said is like, because 3 minus 2 is 1 and 8 minus 1 is 7. So you get 5 plus 2 is 7.
That is, you are telling to get the answer somehow. There is no logic in that means your answer. You have to understand the logic behind it. So logic is visualization. So you go to a shop with 8 rupee. You buy a chocolate which is 3 rupee. You are giving 3 rupees. So how much money will be there in your hand?
5.
5. Now the shopkeeper is telling it is not 3. Price is 3 minus 2. It's only 1 rupee. I am giving this 2 rupee back to you. So that 2 rupee will get added to 5 or get subtracted.
Sir, you can also think the other way, right?
Subtracted.
Sir, you can also think the other way, right? You go to a shop, you buy something for 3 rupees, and then you buy another thing for 2 rupees. You get, yeah, that's it.
So that is 8 minus 3 plus 2. Pranav, that is 8 minus in the bracket 3 plus 2. You are first buying with 3, then buying with 2.
No, it gets added.
It gets added to 5, na? It's in your pocket.
Yes.
5 rupees in your
If
wallet.
it gets subtracted, he cheated you.
Yeah, no, he didn't cheat. What I'm saying is he's telling it's a discount offer. So take this 2 rupee back. So that is what is happening here. See, that is why, and another way to look at it is mathematically, when you open a bracket, what you should do, you think about that 4 principles we are told. Plus into plus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into plus minus, minus into minus plus. That principle. So when you open the bracket, 8, this is minus. 3, what is the symbol of 3 here?
Negative.
No.
No.
Inside the bracket, you are right one way. Dear, you are right one way. You can carry this negative with this, then this is 8 plus minus 3. But if you are taking
the bracket
this,
is not there.
Yeah, if you consider inside the bracket 3 is plus, because you are not writing anything means it is plus. It is plus 3 minus plus 2 or plus 3 plus minus 2. Both are same. So when you open the bracket, this minus into plus will become 8 minus 3. But when it comes to 2, there is a minus here. There is this minus. This minus is applicable to 3 and 2 both. So when this comes here, this will become minus into minus. It becomes plus. So whenever you open the bracket, you have to take that principle. Every time you cannot think about going to the shop and buying things, it becomes this thing. But that is only to clarify, to understand, to have the concept. Once you understand the concept, you can open the bracket like 8 minus, here it is plus, so 8 minus 3, minus into minus plus, so 8 minus 3 plus 2. So we will do few problems. Then you will have it as thorough. This is something that most students always confuse. Okay, so this is simple. This is simple. This is simple. Now do this in chat. 10 minus bracket 5 plus 2. Don't give me the answer. Open the bracket. then what will happen? So 10 minus or plus 5 plus or minus 2. So open the bracket and write it full numbers. Let us see how do you open the bracket. So Adil is telling 10 minus 5 plus 2. Okay. Let me wait for other answers. 10 plus 5 minus 2. 10 minus 10 plus 5 plus 2. So Pranav writes 10 plus 2 minus 5. Manu writes 10 minus 5 plus 2. Dia writes 10 minus 5 plus 2. Okay, interesting. The house is divided. Almost everyone is equally wrong. Almost everyone. I'm still to get one right answer. Malu now she has given 4 answers. All the 4 possibilities she has written, so that one will be at least right. Where is Advaya? Advaya, can you unmute? Let us do it together.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now you see, when you do have a problem like this, Advaya, how will you do it? First of all, what is your approach? Somebody tells open the bracket. What is your approach? How will you do it?
Sir, you're multiplying the symbols first. So
Okay.
it is 10 minus 10 minus in the brackets 5 plus 2. It is plus 5. So it is going to become minus and plus is equal to multiplication.
Correct. So you are right. So what he told is perfect. That is the correct method. What he told is you have to take the symbols and multiply. So you look at the symbol. This is 10 minus. So this minus is applicable for whole bracket. So with this minus, you have to make it applicable for this 5. And you have to make it applicable for 2 also. And for 5, the symbol is plus. So you haven't written any symbol, means it is plus. So he told it is minus into plus is minus. So it is 10 minus 5. Right? Advaya, that is what you told, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Now what happens to 2?
I didn't understand.
I will come back. I'll come to you. What happens to 2? Advaya?
Sir, for 2, it is plus, the plus between 5 and 2, there is plus, right?
Yeah.
That plus, and then after 10, the minus is there. So those 2 are going to become minus.
Yeah. So it becomes 10 minus 5 minus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what Advaya told is perfect. So I'll explain this. So please understand, this is very important. Okay. Most of the time students make errors. So please listen carefully. Most of the time students make errors in this. Malu, I'll come back. I'll explain it once. So I'll explain in 2-3 methods. Whichever method becomes appealing to you, write that after the class itself and then do the problem 2-3 times. Do similar problems 2-3 times and then follow that. So let us look at it very clearly. Answer is very simple. 5 plus 2 is in the bracket. So you have to do it first. So 5 plus 2 is 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. So the final answer, all of you know. There is no confusion. Okay. What is the problem? Problem is, you are going to your shop with 10 rupee. You are buying 2 things. One thing is 5 rupee. Second thing is 2 rupee. Shopkeeper is giving a bill to you of 7. You give 7 rupee. 10 minus 7, 3. But the question is, when you open the bracket, what happens? You are buying the items one by one. You are buying the items one by one. First, you buy the item which is 5 rupee. What will you do? You will give 5 rupee from your pocket. You have 10 rupee. You give 5 rupee. Right? 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5. You have 5 rupee in the hand. Then you again went to the shop, some window shopping. You found another stuff which is interesting. What is this? Well, 2 rupee. Give me that. You give again 2 rupee from you. So you had 5 rupee. You give the 2 also. So you have 3 rupee in the pocket. This is the way to visualize it. This is the way to visualize it. But every time, like we are told, we have only 5 minutes in the exam. We cannot think of going to the shop. Then that toffee will come to our mind. Then we will forget about the problem. Right? So it will be very difficult. I understand that. I understand your practical problem. So what should we do? So we should have a mathematical method of how to do it. That is what Advaya beautifully explained. What is that mathematical method? That is what I explained in the first slide in today's class. What is that? 4 principles. Plus into plus is plus. Plus into minus is minus. Minus into plus is minus. Minus into minus is plus. So, if the 2 symbols,
But
if
sir,
one
it
is
for multiplication and division, right?
yeah, here it is multiplication of symbols. That is where he used Advaya. That's why I was so impressed with him. It's a superb explanation. Here we are multiplying the symbols. So here you see, what is the symbol of 5? It is plus. What is the symbol of 2? It's also plus. And you have to multiply it with what is the function you are doing? Subtraction. This is minus. So this is minus into plus. 10 minus 5. Minus into plus for 2 also. Then it is minus 2. It is 10 minus 5 minus 2. Do you understand? Anyone wants to ask any doubt? With this, we'll finish today.
I still didn't understand.
Okay.
Same here.
Same here. Okay. See now, did you understand that first stuff? You go to a shop and give 5 first and then 2 first.
That I understand.
That I understood. Okay. Right. So when you write it mathematically, how you write? 10 minus 5, you will give 5 rupee minus 2, right?
Minus 2. Yes.
Same thing we are telling. 10 minus
I
5 minus 2.
understood. I understood.
We are telling the same thing. Answer is 10 minus 5 minus 2.
I understood.
10 minus 5 minus 2 is the answer. We will do one more. If this slide is first, do this. Open the bracket. Do in the chat. Okay. See, what are we telling Deepu is when we say bracket, that means that is the first thing to be done. Something inside the bracket is the first thing to be done. Okay. But then sometimes you have to open the bracket. Huh?
Can I say?
Yeah.
So basically, I think that answer is 10 minus 5 plus 2.
So 10 minus 5 plus 2?
10 minus 5 plus 2 is right, but we will explain it to students. So after this, we'll explain. Okay. So Manu wants to explain this. Manu, explain this.
So basically, you're having 10 chocolates with you. Can I say?
Yeah.
So basically, you're having 10 chocolates. So first, like you're minusing, like someone else had took 5 chocolates from you. And then again give you 2 chocolates.
Back. Give back.
Yeah, you back.
Give back. So give back. See what she's explaining. It's a beautiful way of explaining. See what is happening. It is 10 minus. So that is the first expression. You have 10 rupee with you, 10 chocolates with you. From that, something is getting subtracted. So that is the first thing you have to understand, 10 minus. Then in the bracket, it is 5 minus 2. What does it mean? It was supposed to be subtracted by 5. You have 10 chocolate. Somebody was supposed to take 5 chocolates from you. You have 10 rupee. You are supposed to pay 5 rupee to the shopkeeper for buying something. But then there is a change there. Story mein twist hai. What is this twist? You are not paying 5 rupee. You are paying only 5 minus 2. That means you have to pay only less money. So you have paid 5 rupee. 10 rupee you have paid 5 rupee for buying something. 10 minus 5. You only 5 rupee. But then the shopkeeper is telling, I took 5 rupee from you, but it is not actually 5. There is a 2 rupee discount offer. Take this money back. So when you have to give something, whatever you have to give, if that gets reduced, that means actually whatever is there in your hand gets increased. So 10 rupee was there in your pocket. You're buying something with 5 rupee. If that price of that is not 5, if it is 3, it means 2 rupee will come back to your pocket. No, yeah. Or you have 10 chocolates with you. You're supposed to give 5 chocolates to somebody. You gave 5 chocolate. Then that person is telling, like Malu told, no, keep 2 back. So the number of chocolate in your hand will increase from 5 plus to 2. Now 5 plus 2 7, right? So that is the way of logically scenario wise thinking. Now mathematically, how we think about it? Look it carefully. What is the symbol here? Symbol, the operation is minus. Inside the bracket, there are 2 players. One is 5, one is 2. What is the symbol of 5, Hazel?
Positive.
Positive, right? Symbol of 5 is positive. What is the symbol of 2?
Positive.
No. You can do it positive, then it is minus plus 2. Or you can take it as plus minus 2. But before this 2, there is a minus. Right? Before this 2, there is a minus. So that is not positive. It is having a minus symbol. We can throw it away. Right? So this 10 minus, inside the bracket, what all things are there, this minus is applicable to both 5 and 2. So when you open the bracket, what will happen? This 5 symbol is plus. So that is plus and this minus becomes minus. So you get 10 minus 5. When it comes to 2, this minus and this minus becomes plus minus into minus. So it will become 10 minus 5 plus 2. So that simple concept what we explained of 4 quadrants of plus into minus is minus, minus into plus is minus, but minus into minus is plus. That fundamental mathematical concept has to sit in your head. Or every time you have to go to the shop to visualize it. So once the shop example we did it so that you understand the concept. Once you understand the concept, you should know mathematically to do it. Sometimes what will happen inside the bracket, there could be 10 parameters. Inside the bracket, there could be 10 parameters. So what you should do? You should do what is the symbol here. If it is subtraction, it is minus. And go to each parameter and see what is its symbol. Minus into plus, minus. Plus into minus, minus. Minus into minus, plus. Open the bracket like that.